Hi and welcome back. It's now day 4 after my surgery. It is the 5th of September and I'm feeling really good. So just wanted to check in and tell you that it's done. I feel good. I'm only on paracetamol now, so I'm in a good place. Now, you might be wondering why I'm here without my kids. Well, there's two reasons for that. One is school starting up again, and the other is sometimes there's things that are difficult to talk about with your kids. And I'm picking a topic today that fits firmly in that category. And I figured there's probably a few questions that people might want to ask. So I'm going to have a go. And the first question I'm going to start with is, what's it like being big? Now, you can never fully understand something unless you experience it yourself. That's obvious to anyone who has lived any kind of life. So, with that limitation in mind, I will do the best I can. And I should also say, I'm only going to give you my view on it. So, in my experience, what's it like to be big? Now, I did touch on this in the first video when I was talking with my daughters, talking about self-esteem. And that really, for me, is a huge part of it. Ever since I was, I don't know, maybe 14, 15, it was becoming apparent that I was bigger than most of the other guys around me. It was about then that I just started becoming conscious of my size. Now, I wasn't huge, but I was bigger than the others. I guess the point is, it's set in at a fairly early age. And ever since then, I had, quite early on, I had thoughts in my mind, as long as I'm less than 15 stone, I'm okay. Or as long, a bit later, as long as I'm less than 17 stone, I'm okay. And it just kind of progressed throughout my life, and I kept pushing the boundary out. I thought, I'll sort it by the time I'm 30. I'll sort it by the time I'm 40. And I've said it a few times already, I'm nearly 50 next year, so if I don't sort it by the time I'm 50, then I am probably never going to sort it. In my experience, I feel like I stand out. I feel like people see me as the fat guy. I'm not saying that they do. I'm saying that's what my brain tells me. So, swimming is really a great example. I've mentioned it before, but when we go to the seaside, I love to go in the sea for a swim. I just enjoy doing it. But as I've got bigger and bigger, I've just felt ever more and more bad about doing it, because I think nobody wants to see this. Now, perhaps I should take a leaf out of the body positive book and think, well, sod you, I'm me, I'm going to enjoy myself, but that's not how I tick. So, as a kid, you get teased by other kids. That is normal. I got that. My friends got that as well for other reasons. So, I'm not claiming I was special in that respect. But when your brain starts doing it to you as well, the problems quickly add up. Now, I don't think I have suffered massively. I think I've had a very good life. And I have had a very good life. But there's just this thing that gnaws away at me all the time. And it's quite difficult to talk about. You kind of get this image that people see you in a certain way. And even if the vast majority of them don't, there's still the odd one who quite possibly does. And that's where your brain zones in. Now, So the other thing obviously is about eating habits, which is fairly obviously a big problem for big people. Now, I mean, I've got a couple of examples which revolve around biscuits. I don't know why, they just do. But first example, I was at university and one day I bought myself a packet of biscuits. Come the evening time, I opened the packet of biscuits, and by the end of the evening, all the biscuits were gone. I hadn't shared them with anybody, I'd just eaten them. Actually, that's all I'll say about biscuits, but the point is that when you're big, there doesn't seem to come a point at which you stop. The facts of the matter are that you're in the room and there is an open packet of biscuits. That's it. Yeah, and there is a little win that you get when you eat a biscuit because it's nice. So you think, oh well, I'll have one of those. It's nice, and then a few minutes later, yeah, that was nice. I'll have another one, and you just keep going. It automatically happens, and that's the problem for me now that I'm trying to address, because I think that by restricting the size of my stomach, by having a sleeve, my stomach is going to say to me, no, you actually can't put any more food in now. You're going to have to stop. And perhaps I'll get that trigger that I've been missing, saying, look, you're full now, stop. So I think what I would like to say to people, maybe there's a loved one that you care about and maybe you're worried about their weight. Just be patient with them. Bear in mind, they could well be torturing themselves about it as well. That's how it works for me. I think maybe in my what is now healing process, I might see if I could get some counselling just to sort of help me rationalise the new me, if that makes sense. So, to sum up, let's say, what's it like to be big? One is you feel like people have a bad view of you just because of your size. And also you know you're eating too much. Yeah, it's not rocket science, whole packet of biscuits. Should I eat the whole thing? Well, no, I shouldn't. But yeah, I mean, to the mechanics in the head, you do anyway. Hopefully you can understand why I didn't want to talk about this with my girls. To me, it's quite a difficult question to answer. If there is a big person in your life that you care about, then maybe that gives you a little bit of insight into what they're going through. Just listen to them. If they want to talk about it, let them talk. If they don't, carry on drinking tea or whatever it is you're doing. So, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for the good wishes. I mean, the reactions have been great. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But, I'm looking forward to sharing more of this journey with you. Probably get back to normal in the next video. We'll just do an update on the process, how I'm doing, what I'm doing. And we'll check in with you then. All right. Bye for now.